bazokecha my feelings bayazi mina meli logish bastili bank wala nginkomish itochera basnobish born bangizwe ku radio bambone ku video.
Welcome back, gorgeous. You are watching TrendingSA on SABC3 and on TrendingSA.tv. Let's check out some of your posts on Facebook. Right, Zippy post on Facebook. Oti Ubongani Manchi, dear TrendingSA team, we are your #1 fans. We're still waiting for Crew Vosho and Shaka Shuku dance challenge baton. Please, guys, bless us on this Blue Monday. What is the Shaka Shuku dance?
This is the Shaka.
The Shaku Shaku.
Shaku Shaku.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. You know a lot of things about the
nice.
dances.
Okay.
Which tavern did you pick
Do it
this
again,
dance
baby.
up in, Rosa?
Shaku Shaku. Now it's like
It's from a tavern in Nigeria.
Wow.
It's on Victoria Island, so it's okay. Utebuko says, no, I want to read it again. Utebuko says, I love you guys so much. You always make my day. We love you, baby. You make our night. Thank you for your comments and posts. Keep them coming. We love you and we love hearing from you. Before we get on with the weekend updates, a very upsetting story came out from the weekend. #Bulawayo trended yesterday after devastating news that 42 people were injured after a bomb explosion at the White City Stadium in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe. It has been speculated that the bomb attack was an assassination attempt on President Emerson Mnangagwa as the incident took place at his election rally as a lead-up to the upcoming elections in 2 months. Of course, we're wishing all those injured a speedy recovery and trust the country will be able to find those responsible. All right, guys, let's look at the updates. Rory Sang, who won't leave. What happened?
Now, on to a story that has been probably one of the biggest topics in the country. It's obviously the Ashwin Willemse case against SuperSport.
Still.
I know.
Never-ending story.
It continues. Just last week, SuperSport's internal investigation reports cleared Nick and Nas Buetha of racism after their on-air altercation with Ashwin Willemse. It got heated. Everybody took out all sorts of memes, but it actually turned out to be quite a serious situation. Now, yesterday's details of the explosion letter surfaced, apparently penned by 4 SuperSports anchors accusing the Pay Sports channel of racism. I'm just like, why were they this whole time? But anyway, we'll get into that. Ashwin's colleagues at the SuperSports have been named as Owen Kumani, Xola Nchinga, Kuwanda Ntuja, and
Kobani Bobo. Yay!
Which Nina absolutely loves. In the letter, the SuperSports 4 make accusations of discriminations and pay differences with their white colleagues, intimidation and victimization.
Sure.
The allegations also include claims of certain less desirable duties are reserved for the non-whites and are expected to actually work longer hours, which is not nice at all. Twitter went into an overdrive, and here are some of the tweets. This is a reflection of South African rugby as a whole and not just SuperSports. Racism is still very much alive. Anonymous interviews with players of color within the junior and provincial ranks will tell you all you need to know. It's rough out here. SuperSports failed to grasp that Ashwin has simply opened the floodgates and the company can't simply whitewash racism. Racism and pay disparities at SuperSports. Excuse me while
I feign.
Excuse me while I feign some degree of shock. And then the last one, 4 SuperSports presenters have spoken up about racism as we wait for our black CEO to hold a press conference denying all these claims to impress the master.
Sure. Wow.
It's a lot. The racism in SA rugby is deep. Yesterday, the Boxer lost, and somehow Yankees was blamed for it alone. Hashtag Ashwin Willemse. It's deep, eh? It's deep. Something as simple as like a rugby game can be this big.
Quite messy. Now, of course, there were other people that jumped in on this. The likes of Johan Voges decided to tell the aggrieved sportscasters to stop whining and riling up the Twitter streets with this post over here. This is what it actually looked like. It said, I don't think anyone is forcing you to work for SuperSport. If you don't like it, leave. Wow. Stop blaming racism. Thank God that you have a job.
No, firstly, put your face, not your dogs.
Yeah, guys like this. Come on, man. That just sounds like a Twitter bot to me. That's what I think is going on there.
I don't think that that's a Twitter bot. I think that that sounds like it comes straight from the farm of privilege. Anyway, guys, we have a long way to go and we haven't yet socialized. But A report from the investigation is expected to be released in the week. We have a long way to go.
Thank you, my angel. No, you're right.
Scary.
Thank you very much, Rory-sang. Moving on to more news. Nins?
Okay, so are you guys, have you got your cups of tea? Are you ready? Are you ready? Have you got your popcorn? Hashtag Lasizwe was of the Twitter Razzie this weekend. Lasizwe was accused of Was it?
Intellect,
Intellectual. It's hard. Intellectual property theft by international internet star Jay Versace. Okay, so some of you don't know who Jay is. I'm a huge fan, and this is why people love him. Have a look at this video.
Who is it? I'm coming to kill you. Where do you live? 407 East Linwood Avenue. I live in a red house. Yeah, so I was thinking we could, you got an attitude. That's not cute. Don't try yourself like that. Don't do that. Babe, can you buy me a drink?
Whatever floats your boat.
Okay. I'm gonna get a margarita.
Last time I checked, boats float on water, but...
Jay, you gonna like my picture on Instagram? I don't even like you in person. What make you think I'm gonna like you on Instagram?
Mom.
What?
I'm peeing on myself. Better not.
So, all right. So when Jay saw Lasizwe's vids, he clearly was not impressed, but and eventually called Lasizwe. Take a look at these tweets. Boy, you copy everything I do. I think he thinks because he's overseas that we don't have the same internet. Yeah. LMAO, I clearly see it. I mean, okay. So Lasizwe quickly tweeted back with his fingers like this. I don't, but it's flattering, babes, to know that you follow everything that I do. Jay then clapped back with this icy cold response. LMAO, I don't know anything about you. People keep sending me your corresponding flop videos. You're making money off other people's, and that's up. Dig in that big funky head of yours and find some of your own to post. I'm no longer entertaining this. Goodbye. How about that? All right, so Twitter CSI, you guys are very busy not studying for your exams and wasted no time and pulled up videos to show evidence of why Jay is accusing Lasizwe of stealing.
Oh, Lasizwe.
So at Sarah Bramage showed an example of how similar Lasizwe's latest video post is to Jay's. Have a little looky.
Best friend, I've got so much spice and tea to spill. Girl! Answer your phone.
Answer your phone, you shit, nothing better.
Hi, man.
And it didn't end there. A local actor jumped in on this as well and accused Lasizwe of having stolen from him as well. Though it didn't show any proof of what really happened, his post triggered a funny thread of responses. And this is hilarious. All right. This is what it looks like. The first person was Tippy that said, the audacity. Someone that jumped in on this was Spear with the kidney. To add to this was Z who said, the liver. And to wrap things up was one from Karabo that said, the gizzard.
The gizzard! Oh, you
What
guys.
more to can give? What more to can give?
The gizzard.
I like what you just asked me. You said, what makes Jay Versace an international star? Because he's got a global following, and Lasizwe only has a local South African following, although it would seem that people are tagging Jay in the tweets, so that would make it local here, and he is local there, but he has an international following. So this could be an elaborate marketing ploy from Lasizwe, who knows? Guys, we need to just get something straight. I've seen South African comedians do this as well.
I've seen Trevor.
Hey, sip some tea. Let's sip some tea. But I've seen South African comedians take an entire Eddie Murphy set and do it in Spedi and try and fob it off as their own material.
Ow.
And it's like, guys, don't take us for Popeyes. You know, we also watch international content. You know, we are also plugged into the internet and the world. Can we recognize things?
We are definitely plugged into the world.
That's not true, though.
When I was fashion editor, like in '95 or '96, whenever that was, I had international models coming in for go-sees with Naomi Campbell's tear sheets. Now, tear sheets are those pages that you get from a magazine which prove that they've got a byline, that you all were part of the shoot. So they'll say by photography by
so like
model.
your biography.
Exactly.
Okay.
So these black girls would walk in there to another black woman pretending to be another dark-skinned black woman as if I don't recognize Naomi Campbell. Come on. We're not Popeyes.
Heavy days. Heavy days.
Man. Heavy days. What were you saying, darling?
I'm just saying, listen, don't lie to people. Don't try to trick us. We are not Popeyes. We will retweet. We will comment. We will fight. Because this is a fight. We
see you after the break. After the break. See you after the break.
We are going to fight.
When I just do like I do. Like I do. When I just do like I do. Like I do.